Welcome to In Pursuit with Pastor Bill.
Hey, I'm just a simple guy in pursuit of knowledge, wisdom, understanding, wild game, fish that swim under the ice, tender smoked meat, tasty grilled meat, and Denise.
In this hour, we are going to be talking about all of that and a whole lot more. Bill has been with Maranatha since 2005 and the campus pastor at Maranatha Chisago Lakes campus since 2011. Come along and join In Pursuit.
Well, hey, here we are. It is In Pursuit on this Thursday. I almost said Tuesday.
What day is it?
On Thursday, October 23rd.
23rd.
23rd of October.
Disgusting.
It's Thursday.
It's my granddaughter's birthday.
Oh, get out.
Oh,
that's
super
sweet.
fun. How old is she?
What's her name?
Wow.
Oh, my.
Her name is Nora, and she is 9 years old.
Oh, very cute.
my.
That's sweet. Very, very sweet. That's cute.
I
Very
remember
cute.
when Nora was a toddler.
I know. Just seems so unreal. They're growing
they
too
just
fast.
keep growing. Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. Well, that's cool. Very fun. Congratulations.
Thank you.
To those of you listening, it is Thursday, October 23rd, and this is the In Pursuit Thursday the 23rd version. Thanks for joining us. We are excited to be here.
We are.
My name's Bill.
Mine's Denise.
And I'm Alice.
Alice with a Nora granddaughter whose birthday is today.
Yes.
Very fun. That's great. Shane is on his way to another appointment, so he can't join us. And actually, in a little while, we are going to have our sports analyst, James Beamond. We're going to get him on the phone, actually. And he's going to give us some sporting updates.
A formal consultation.
Yep. This is going to be good. James from the Tower, we're calling it. James from the Tower.
Nice.
A new bit. Very cool. Yeah, but in the meantime, again, thank you very much for joining us. It is great to have you with us, as always. Please let us know if you are listening. We would greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate that. Really, just because we think it's fun to know who it is. And last week, we were able to have an
international
show. Yeah. We have BJ Rancor and little Georgia tuning in live.
Oh, hi, Georgia.
Very fun to have you guys with us. That's cool. Thanks for joining us. So if anybody else is listening, please let us know. I couldn't help. So, Alice, there's a song that you can sing to Nora.
Uh-oh.
And I'm going to ask Denise to sing this song.
What?
It's a great way. And Nora's a little too old for this, but because I'm very confused with what day it is today, and so I'm thinking this song is in my head. She was singing this. So we have two of the grandkids that stay overnight on Tuesdays oftentimes, and then we bring them to school on Wednesday mornings. And so we're driving into school and talking about what day it is and stuff like that, and Denise starts singing this song. And it's, seriously, like if you have little kids or grandkids, this is a great song to teach them the days of the week. And so I hope that I don't regret this, but would you sing that song for us?
Oh, my word. Well, we were talking to the grands because they are coming to the house on Friday, and so they're trying to figure out what day it is, and they know that Grandma Day is Tuesday. They call it Grandma Day, which I love. And so they were skipping Thursday in their assessment of when they were going to be at Grandma's house, and so I started singing this. And I used to sing this to my kids, and you have to listen because I got to snap. Are you going to snap with me?
I'm gonna try.
You did. Okay. I can't believe you're making me do this.
I'm not making you. I'm asking you.
Okay. Well, it's kind of the same as making me.
You know what? Georgia's going to love this.
Georgia.
BJ, turn the radio up or the computer up, whatever you're listening on.
I will gladly do this for Georgia.
So listen closely, Georgia. You're going to love this.
Days of the week. 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 There's Monday, Sunday, and there's Monday. There's Tuesday, and there's Wednesday. There's Thursday, and there's Friday. And then there's Saturday. Days of the week. Days of the week. Sweet. Days of the week. Days of the week. Days of the week.
Complete.
Oh, yeah, complete.
Yeah.
See,
Isn't that cute?
I'm so nervous.
It's the cutest thing in the
That
world.
is, I have never heard that.
She
That is
sings
so
for
neat.
a living.
And I was so nervous singing that song, I forgot my complete.
It's so cute. When Molly was listening with Megan, so that's Molly's, a song for little Molly.
Oh, I would gladly sing that for Molly and
Thank you for
Georgia.
listening.
Yeah, thanks
the
for
boys,
being there, guys.
Cindy Noble and the boys are listening. That's awesome. Jenny Gaskill. You just taught Jenny Gaskill the days of the week.
I started with the wrong one.
And Chris Edwards, making us a national show, is listening from Wisconsin
Yep.
over the river, on the other side of the river. Heather Wernberg is here.
Back from our
Oh, they're
international
back.
crew.
Oh,
Yeah.
come on, Heather. Last Thursday, you made us international. How's our restaurant sponsor from Portugal doing, by the way? It is very, very cool to be here. Let's get rolling with some stuff. We can just have too much fun here. Thanks for singing that, honey.
Yeah.
Those little girls were listening.
Yeah, that makes me so happy.
And the young moms were listening.
Yeah, yeah.
And grandmas were listening. It's perfect.
Yeah.
It's
Start on
perfect.
Sunday. Don't
Yeah.
start on Monday.
Yeah. Well, when you're nervous, it happens.
It happens.
Yeah.
And don't forget to complete it.
Yeah.
Anyway, I
super
was
fun.
nervous.
So that's it. We graded. Let us know if you're listening. Some food talk. Pretty excited about some food talk.
We had
So
some good
we
food
had
this week.
this is Pastor Appreciation Month, and we are very, 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 very blessed just by people in our church. Just gifts and words, and one of the families, a newer family from our church, Antina and Alberto, and a couple of their kids. They brought us meals on Tuesday night. They just said, we don't want to stop, we don't want to impose, but we would love to just bring over a meal for you guys. So she home cooked a meal, and she's from Bulgaria.
Bulgaria.
And so it's Bulgarian flavor in it, which of course I've never had, no idea. So she brought Alice, massive trays of food. Mm-hmm. Crazy.
And you didn't invite me?
No, you honestly never even crossed my mind that somebody else should come and enjoy this with us. That's all terrible I am. So in one of the trays were a couple of steaks and potatoes and asparagus and cauliflower and mushrooms, broccoli.
And then it had a cheese dipping sauce for those veggies, which was tasty.
Oh.
Yeah. It was ready to eat. It was warm. And so that night we had some of the steak, couldn't even eat all of it, some of the steak and potatoes and stuff.
And it was so good.
It was
And
out of this world.
Yeah, when you cook steaks and then bring it someplace, you have to travel so it sits, and it was cooked perfectly.
It was perfect.
It
Tender.
was just amazing that she did that.
Still
Very-
pink.
Wow.
Still pink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. She's a good cook.
She's a very good cook.
Yeah.
Then in the other pan, there was 2 chicken leg and thigh, when you get your leg and thigh still connected. So there was 2 of those with a somewhat unique potato. Like a diced potato type thing, but seasoned wonderfully,
With
absolutely
Bulgarian
delicious.
seasoning.
Yeah.
She said that was a definitely Bulgarian meal, and then she brought salads that go with it. She said they usually have salads on the table, and rarely do they sit down without this salad. It's like tomatoes and cucumbers and onions and corn, and then a dressing.
Very
so
fresh.
good.
Very
Yeah.
fresh.
So good.
Oh,
Fresh
that
parsley.
sounds so good.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Crazy how, just unbelievable how delicious this stuff was.
Very.
Absolutely wonderful. So, just huge, huge gift. I mean, somebody taking the time to cook a meal like that for you,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's just very cool. Home cooked, good food.
Yep.
So, very cool. So, I'm excited to have them. So, that when they dropped it off, we kind of walked them around our place a little bit, and they have Adrian, who's a little
6th grader.
6th grader. Yeah. So he sat in the 4-wheeler, wants to ride the 4-wheeler around. And then I said, well, come sit on this, because we brought him out to the pole barn.
Yeah.
And I said, well, come sit on this. So he hopped up on the motorcycle on my Harley, and then I started it, and it was like, that's cool. But then his dad got on it too, and he's like, yeah. So it was fun. So, so we had those meals, which were just outstanding.
Yeah.
But then also, Denise had thawed out a backstrap roast from the buck I shot last year,
Oh, yeah.
and then sliced it into steaks and pan fried it perfectly. And we eat a lot of meat and a lot of venison. These steaks just were as good a venison as I've ever had. Tender and tasty, perfectly seasoned, pink. I mean, it was unbelievable how good this was. Just how well you cooked that.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, out of this world.
I learned how to do that from you.
Well, you nailed it, because that was absolutely. I mean, that, like, if more people had that kind of venison, more people would like venison.
Yeah.
Because so many people, they've had it, like, when I was younger and talked to other people where it's like, it's always just overcooked, you know? Like, that's what you always used to do with venison, is just overcook it. Well, if you had venison like this, it's just out of this world.
I'm pretty sure that's how you cooked me venison the first time I had it and enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Was you did steaks and you didn't overcook them.
Yeah.
And then there was no tallow because,
We clean them good.
yeah, you clean them very good, and tallow just ruins the meal for you.
Yeah, Denise is dealing with the box elder bug in here.
Sorry. It crawled onto me.
So yeah, that was delicious. Absolutely, absolutely great meal. And then we had the great privilege of being a part of a wedding on Friday.
That was just Friday?
It was just
Oh, my word.
Friday. Yeah,
Are you sure?
I'm 100% sure.
I feel like we've lived 3 lifetimes since then.
yeah, they roll together. That's why I didn't know what day it was or month.
Yeah. Days of the week.
So Thursday night was the rehearsal at this wedding. And I get there for the rehearsal, and it's at somebody's property they own, which I always love doing those kinds of weddings. It's personal, and they work their butt off, getting the place ready and building backdrops and a little hill, all this stuff about this wedding. We could talk about this wedding this entire show if we wanted to.
Yeah.
It was just a sweet, sweet
beautiful.
thing. Yeah. So I pull up to the rehearsal, and I'm walking up, and they got a big smoker, you know, like a 5-foot long, 3 feet wide it's like a homemade smoker where you slide a big tray of charcoal underneath your cooking area, and then you lay whatever you're going to cook up above it, you know.
Yeah.
Just a cool smoker. And then come to find out they're smoking an entire pig. And so, like, I have pictures of this. I'm careful of who to show, because not everybody likes this stuff as much as I do. I'm interested in it. I don't know much. I really don't know anything about it, but it's so interesting to me. And so they had the entire pig. They carried it from, I think, the back of someone's truck, brought it in on this huge table, and then we split the sternum, and you open it up. Still has all the skin on, you know, the hair's up, but the skin's on. You open it up, and then you season the entire inside of it very heavily, like more than we could even imagine putting on, like the pork and stuff we do.
Right.
The whole inside, it's just smeared on there.
He's rubbing his hands up and down his chest right now,
it's
just showing you that it's smeared
well, I can't,
on.
like, this is what they did.
I'm just putting a visual to the radio show.
Yeah. Can't you see? And I'm just like, this is the coolest thing ever, getting to be part of this, you know, an entire pig. So I'm trying to get my hands in on all of it. So then we carried it over and we set it in the smoker, the entire pig on its back, the snout, everything. It's like, this is awesome. So that's at 5 o'clock. The wedding on Friday then was at 4:30. We got there a little before 4, and we're walking up, and the father of the bride is the one who's doing all this smoking, right? And so he calls us over. We go around behind this big pole barn into a separate little tent where the smokers are at, and he opens it up because, you know, he knew I was excited about this, you know, so he's showing us.
Yeah.
He lifts the cover up, and there's this whole pig in there. It had been in there, at that point, it had been there for like 23 hours. Just smoking. So they're constantly checking it all night long, making sure the charcoal, and if you're going to add any wood or whatever to it, that it keeps going, right? Maintaining the temperature. So stinking cool.
Yeah.
And so then on the sides, you know, where it kind of bends in midway through.
By the rib cage.
Yeah.
He's doing his rib cage right now.
So we peeled back a little bit of that and then tore off a piece of meat. It was...
It was like on the belly.
Yeah. That's exactly where it was. It was so unbelievably cool. So we're there, and they were dressed up. So I was wearing my suit. Denise was wearing a dress. I mean, we were dressed up in this tent with these smokers, just like grabbing meat off this whole pig on this smoke. This is good. Greasy fingers. And so then he tore off another big chunk, and while it was in my hand, we took some seasoning and sprinkled it on it. I don't know what all was in this seasoning, but it was like flavor explosion.
Yeah,
you know?
That's good.
Yeah, I saw just such a neat experience. So then while we did the wedding, a couple other guys pulled it off and pulled the meat out and stuff like that right after the wedding, which is, I can't tell you how much I appreciated this. As soon as the wedding was over, the bride and groom walked from outside where we did the wedding on this hill. Oh, so I got to tell you this part too. So now we do this wedding. I'm doing a closing prayer for the bride and groom, and my eyes are closed. And so they had a dog. The dog comes walking up this little hill where just me and the bride and groom were, and just stands right between the bride and groom. It's their dog.
During the prayer. He like snuck up there during the prayer. So then everybody opens their eyes and
Ta-da!
the bride and groom are standing there and the dog's right in between, just like, this is my spot.
Yeah.
They told me to come here in the prayer, and that's where I am.
The funniest thing ever. And so
So
then
cute.
I introduced you to Mr. and Mrs., and they go walking down this hill, and the dog's walking right between them like this, like Denise said,
This
like
was the
this is where I'm
plan.
supposed to be. Yeah. Oh, gosh, it was so
Photographer's
fun.
taking pictures of him walking down this trail, and the dog is just there.
Prancing right along with them.
Got a dog butt right in between the freshly married couple.
Yeah, it was so cute.
Yeah.
But just such a fun wedding to be a part of. I mean, it was just, that kind of stuff is just so cool
Yeah, very
to get
fun.
to do.
So right after they got married, where did the bride and groom go?
I'm sorry. So they immediately walked right into the pole barn where the food was. And so they got in line, got their food. The wedding party was right behind them. The parents were right behind them. And then the father of the bride said, hey, so he told us, you follow us right in there so you can get your food. So we walked right in. But a lot of times there's an hour and a half, even 2 or more hours between the ceremony and the dinner.
Yeah.
This was like, boom. You're in, everybody's getting food, they're visiting, or you could go get a drink or whatever at a different tent. But just was so well done. I mean, it was just
Wow.
cool. And it's a setting that was out kind of on a farm on some land. And so there's kind of a little pond behind where we were standing, birds singing all over the
yeah.
place.
The ceremony was so pretty.
It was very
Because you were
pretty.
talking, these birds were just filling in the space behind. It was
Yeah.
like the wall of sound
It was so
behind
cool.
the ceremony.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was cool.
yeah, it was very neat.
Well, when you were talking about the best meat from a pig, I was in the Czech Republic visiting friends, and I was there. They had butchered a pig. They were making sausage, and the mother came in about halfway through the day and just handed me a little plate of some meat, and I ate it, and it just dissolved
Oh.
in my mouth. And it was from the jaw.
Oh, sure. Like
And
the
I just-
jowls.
I was like, wow. Why don't they
Interesting.
say this, sell this in the stores?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I suppose the work that a butcher would have to do to get that meat out.
It was just unbelievably
Yeah. So
good.
like in a pig like this, I would bet that meat was there. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because the whole,
The whole pig was there.
yeah, that's interesting. I don't think I've ever had that.
Yeah.
Now I want a pig head. Speaking of pig, we're having a volunteer gathering on Saturday morning at our church. And so we're making the food for people, and one of the items we're making for people is bacon. And so I have one of my fish houses set up behind the church with a Blackstone in it, and I just before the show I cooked 15 pounds of bacon. And this afternoon, after we're done, I'm going to go back. I'm going to cook 15 more pounds of bacon.
And so when I opened the door, when they came in and they were all settled in their little booth, and I opened the door, I'm like, smells like bacon in here.
It's just everywhere.
He's just a bacon bomb right
Yeah,
now.
bacon bomb.
Bacon bomb.
Yeah, it's funny, but
Yeah. You
Let's see.
have sports to talk to. You have sports to talk about. Stuff.
I do have sports to talk about. So we're going to see how this works right now. I'm going to see what happens. We're going to remotely call in Mr. Beeman and see what the expert has to say. So
Commentary from the
remember,
tower.
he won't be able to hear you guys.
Hello?
There he is. How you doing, sir?
Good, how are you?
Good. I'm not sure how well this is working, but I can hear you in my headphones. So
Okay.
don't swear you're on the air.
Don't swear you're on the air.
I heard you introducing that I was going to call in, and you said I was a sports analyst, and I said, I do not know that much, but I did watch the game.
So tell us what happened. The Timberwolves had their home opener or their opener?
It was the season opener, so we faced off against the Portland Trailblazers at Moda Center. Well, I say we, the team. They faced off against,
Attaboy. James is taking ownership.
yeah, they faced off against the Trailblazers in Portland. So, yeah, I was pretty excited. I watched it, yeah, I mean, I don't know. It was so kind of like there's a couple of things that a lot of people were watching for, kind of like to start the season. one of the things is like we're starting without Nikhil Alexander-Walker, who was a wing. He played as a wing for us, and just kind of back up point guard a little bit. He was really, really good, but he got traded away in the off season so that we could avoid the second apron, which is like you can only pay your players a certain amount, and so we were kind of breaking into that danger zone where if you pay too much, you start getting like penalized. So we had to trade away a player, and so. Yeah, so we're kind of the team, like the coaching staff is kind of filling that role that player played in like the aggregate, I guess, with like players we already have. So we were kind of like watching for that. And like on a national level, I think a lot of the like ESPN and stuff like that, like they have more of like they think it's a bigger impact than I think a lot of more local sources think it is. So that was an interesting dynamic, just seeing how the team does with some more rookies who are playing, not rookies, but like first and second year guys. But so just excited to see how that went. And then the Trailblazers have been kind of in like a rebuilding stretch. So they're kind of coming out of it, but they're still in it. They just got their Damian Lillard back. He was their star player a while back, and then he played for the Bucks for a while, and now he's back, but he's on injury. So I wasn't expecting a huge like performance from them, but their defense was like surprisingly good. So yeah, the Timberwolves kind of started out slowly, and then kind of as the time went on, our star Anthony Edwards kind of just like erupted. So,
Ant-Man,
yeah.
So did we win?
Box score. We did. Yeah, I was looking at the box score. And we kind of like trailed.
This is why I called you an analyst, because you're talking about the box score.
Oh, I have the NBA app and they just have it all there for you. So like, I'm just reading off a screen, but
that's all they do.
2 points. I guess that's true. We trailed by like 2 points until the fourth quarter, and then Ant just went crazy. Ended up dropping 41 points. So he was one of 4 players in the entire NBA to do that in this season's openers. 41 points, which is
that's a lot of points.
Just nuts. So
Ant-Man.
Yeah, we ended up winning in the end. It was kind of like right at the tail end of the fourth quarter that we took the lead and ended up. I think Ant actually hit not the game winner, but like our final points, that kind of final nail in the coffin for the Trailblazers. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's good. How much money did you have riding on it? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. We're not going to talk about that on the radio.
Oh, boy.
That's cool, man. Well, hey, this worked out well. I'm glad. Thanks for letting us call you from the James in the Tower, what we're calling this
Sure
bit.
thing.
When you're not with us, we're doing James in the Tower. So.
All right. Yeah, I'm just sitting in the tower.
All right. Well, hey, we'll be back in a little while, so make sure you set your alarm to wake up in about half hour or so.
All right. Sounds good.
See you, bud. Thanks.
All right. Bye. Yeah.
And there you go, folks. James in the Tower. Live call-in radio show we have now.
That was a good bit.
That is a good bit.
He's got
I love
a wealth of information.
it. He does. I love it.
I know. I didn't understand half of what he said.
Yeah, I'm like, Trailblazers, is that our team? What did they play?
Portland
That's
team.
Portland. I
Yeah.
do know that because I lived in Oregon.
Nice.
Yeah,
I
that's
didn't
good.
know that.
That was fun, James. Nicely done. Adds a little bit to the bit.
Aggregate.
Aggregate. Box score.
He needs to be the word of the week guy
Yeah.
now.
Aggregate. All I can think of is rocks. I mean, I don't know what the rest of I have no other definition for aggregate. But speaking of words of the week and definitions, before we take our bottom of the hour break, let's listen to our word of the week.
Word of the week. This is the part of the show where Denise and Bill learn new words in pursuit of knowledge and understanding of the English language, and so they can sound smarter.
Gesundheit.
Bless you.
Thank you. That's actually our word today.
Gesundheit.
So it's interesting to me. This word is interesting because it's spelled Gesundheit, and yet it's pronounced Gesundheit. The D is a T. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
That's funny. Anyway,
Isn't it German?
it is German.
Hey, I knew something.
Nice.
Yeah. So we will get to that.
Oh.
But Gesundheit means it's used to wish good health, especially to one who has just sneezed. Gesundheit. It's just a fun word.
Yeah.
It's a fun word. So did you know? Are you going to say something?
No.
Did you know when English speakers hear achoo, they usually respond with either Gesundheit or God bless you. Gesundheit was borrowed in the early 20th century from German, where it literally means health. It was formed from gesund, meaning healthy, and heit, meaning hood. Wishing a person good health when they sneeze was historically believed to forestall the illness that which a sneeze often warns. God bless you had a similar purpose, albeit with more divine weight to the well-wishing. Gesundheit at one time also served as a toast when drinking, much like when the English say to your health, but that is now largely obsolete.
I'm going to do it sometime. Gesundheit. I'm going to hold my cup up.
It's obsolete, but I'm trying to bring it back. At a wedding.
Yeah,
Gesundheit.
Emma's wedding. My daughter's getting married in June.
Oh my God.
As the father
No.
of the bride, I'd like to propose a toast.
Gesundheit.
Gesundheit.
Fun to think about, not to do.
The voice of reason.
So we know if we don't use our word, we will lose our new word. So I'd like to use Gesundheit in my own sentence. My family has quite a bit of German influence on my mom's side, so Gesundheit was a word we regularly used after someone sneezed. Bill did not hear Gesundheit as much in his family, and actually in his world, it was more comical than a blessing.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was like, Gesundheit. What? What are you saying? Instead of bless you.
Yeah.
You know?
Gesundheit. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's our word of the week.
You're listening to In Pursuit with me, Pastor Bill, a production of WAJC, Your Life Radio on 88.1 and 91.7 FM. WAJC is owned and operated by Maranatha Assembly of God in Forest Lake, Minnesota. If you would like to visit Maranatha Chisago Lakes campus, we have 4 weekend services to choose from. Visit maranathachisago.org to learn more and to check out some past messages.
Well, there you go. I would just like to propose a toast. Gesundheit.
Dear.
That's going to come up. That's funny. Thank you very much for doing that. I always love that.
Yeah.
Let's see, a couple things coming up here at our churches. I would like to let you all know at both of our campuses we are participating in Operation Christmas Child. Last Sunday at the Chisago campus, when we kicked it off, Gareth shared that they figured around 12 million boxes were given out last year. What
That's
an
a crazy number.
amazing amount.
Yeah.
And then a video of people handing out these boxes saying Jesus loves you. I mean, what a great practical thing. So we're excited to be part of that. And then let's see, there's just a lot happening. I want to encourage you, check out our websites, realchurch.org for the Forest Lake campus and maranathachisago.com org church, whichever you like, for the Chisago Lakes campus. Stuff coming up at both campuses, exciting stuff. Sugar Rush, I believe, is this Saturday, isn't it?
Yes.
So happening here at the Forest Lake campus, they do a fantastic job. So if you're around, bring your kids and enjoy a whole bunch of games, outdoor activities, and a ton of candy. So come check that out right here at the Forest Lake campus. But as we move forward, I wanted to take a quick minute and just address, because we're doing a marriage class at our campus every other Thursday night right now, and tonight is that class. So obviously we've been thinking about that and what we want to talk about with the people coming. And so this marriage minute I'd like to have as part of our show, literally just a very short comment for those of you that are married or getting married or in a relationship, to consider some things to make your relationship everything it can be. One of the reasons for this marriage class we're doing, it's more enrichment than anything.
Right.
To not just settle for a whole hum marriage, but like when you have a great marriage, life is great.
Yeah.
It really affects every aspect when you have a great marriage.
And even when things are hard, if you have a great marriage, you have it's a refuge
It is.
you can go to, and you weather the storm together. It's just so amazing.
That's a great point. Yeah, it makes a huge difference.
It does.
So today, the Marriage Minute, the thing I want to challenge you with is, if you find your marriage on autopilot, one of the things I talk about at a lot of the weddings that I get to perform is how marriage is like an airplane flight. There's a lot of energy that goes into getting that plane off the ground, and then the pilot gets to a comfortable spot and puts it on autopilot. But if he doesn't pay attention, or she, if they don't pay attention to the altitude, the turbulence, the fuel consumption, all of these different instruments and pieces of it, then what can happen is that plane can end up crashing and burning because nobody's paying attention. And that happens a lot in relationships today.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't crash and burn, but they're barely surviving. And so what I challenge people with is there's a lot of energy that goes into the wedding day, and then you put it on autopilot and you be like, okay, now we're married, now we can forget about it. And so you put all this energy and effort into a day, but then leave it alone. And so that's what I challenge them with is, yeah, there's different times in life, the ebbs and the flows where it gets crazy and chaotic, and you do have to just kind of put it on autopilot, but you can't leave it there.
Right.
You have to be very focused and intentional about addressing things. When there's turbulence, well, let's fix it. Let's work on it. Paying attention to where your spouse is and taking it off autopilot. And so for today's Marriage Minute, it's simply this. If you think about your marriage or your relationship and you realize, you know what, we're just cruising by, we're just on autopilot, then maybe today's the day where you decide we're going to flip that switch, we're going to take it off autopilot and re-engage and kind of be focused on it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good.
Sound good?
Oh, yeah. Jason, because I'm taking my Kukito class, I'm out 3 nights a week. And so Jason and I have talked, and we're really stepping it up so that the times when I am home, we're really together and making the best of it.
That's good.
That's great.
That's good.
That's very good. That's called being fit in your marriage. That's a real life example of you're addressing something, so you're going to be focused, you're going to be intentional, and you're going to use that time, effectively. So great job. That's good for you guys.
It's good.
Makes a big difference. Let's see. And then what we're in pursuit of today, we're in pursuit of calm.
Calm.
We're in pursuit of calm. Where does this come from?
CALM. Calm.
Calm.
It's that weird L in there. Calm.
Yeah. So where does this being in pursuit of calm and being in pursuit of peace come from?
Because that wedding was less than a week ago, and I felt like I've had 3 lifetimes in there.
Yeah.
The calm. Where does the calm go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you need to be like the thought I have, because we were kind of talking about this driving into church today, and like even thinking like, okay, so it's October. Like it's not just October, it's October 23rd.
Yeah.
Like it's the 23rd already. And so like the holidays are coming and winter's coming, and you get into these busy and crazy and chaotic times. And I'll be honest, there's even some time where I look at it, it's like, the holidays are coming. Like, do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like, okay, well.
I'm not even ready for that.
Yeah. Like, but it's a feeling like, okay, well, it'll be fine. It'll come and it'll go. We'll get through it. And it's such a messed up mindset to have, And I know for a lot of us, it gets very, very busy and very out of control. And for a lot of people, work gets much busier around the holiday times. Obviously, there's all the family gatherings. There's just so many different things that come about where it's because you look at it, it's like, okay, and you get that feeling, there's nothing I can do. It's just going to be crazy, and that's just the way it has to be. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I do.
But then, like we were talking about, is like, yeah, but does it have to be? Does it have to be out of control? Like, when things get out of control, we lose that peace and that calm.
We do.
Because it just is. You used a word, and I can't remember what it is when we were driving in, but everything is just, I don't know, mixed up or garbled up, or
I don't remember.
It's just out of control. Yeah, it's chaos, and that's the part where to be reminded, like, but wait a minute, it is, but you can still do something about it, So being prepared and looking at what's coming up and addressing, kind of like what you said about your marriage, like, okay, here these are the things that we're involved in, and I'm passionate about it, I'm going to do. But that means that I make adjustments elsewhere so that I don't lose my peace and I don't lose my calm and I don't lose the solid footing of my marriage or my relationship with the Lord. I think that ends up happening a lot during this season. And we talk about this a lot. You brought it up again today, that when life gets crazy and out of control and we start looking at what do I say no to regain control? Unfortunately, what ends up happening, and for the three of us, we see this because it's the world we work in, but my involvement at church, my commitment to church, my serving at church, like we look at our living out of our faith as the variable when life gets busy, instead of looking at it as, no, wait, I want to make sure and maintain my relationship with the Lord, maintain my involvement with my church, because those are the things that bring me calm and that bring me peace.
Yeah, having a Savior, knowing a Savior is in your world, and then because of what He did for you, you serve.
Yeah.
You want other people to know. And so to give that up because you're too busy, I think we get it backwards sometimes.
Yeah. And
again, with the Cookito and work and everything that's going on, this last couple of months, I felt like myself, I am trying to do all of this. And I've tried this several times and I can't, and I fail. And so in the last couple of weeks, I've said, okay, I've got to give up something. I've got to give up Cookito. I've got to give up, working so many hours or whatever. And the conclusion I came to is I had to give up me. I had to give up trying to run my own life and give it to Jesus. And, it's been interesting.
Yeah.
But I did not want to lose that calm.
Yeah.
That comes from Jesus.
Yeah. And when we listen to Him, He helps weed out the less important things and the things that's like, I feel like if I don't do all these things, I will lose my identity, or people won't like me, or you know what I mean? It's like, well, because like in our life, so like last Easter even was like, we didn't even go to a single family thing last Easter after we get to the end of that week.
Easter Sunday.
On Easter Sunday, the two of us went home. We didn't go to my family, your family. I mean, it was like, we just went home.
And slept, no doubt.
Yeah. And we just laid around. But it was one of those things that's like, of course it's going to bother people, but we absolutely needed that in that moment. Yeah. Right?
Yeah, we did.
And so again, it's just like that. And there's no easy answer, I don't think.
There isn't, because life is just too busy. The way our society is structured, it just is too busy.
And it pressures us into it. Yeah. It's almost like if you look at your calendar, and if there's an open spot, there's the pressure to fill it,
I feel no pressure to fill it. I do not struggle with trying to fill things.
Yeah.
I don't. They get filled for me, but I find great value in being home with nothing to do but take care of my home.
Yeah,
or cook. Yeah.
And I do too. That's why, if we look and there's a day, we just put an X in it. One of the days off that doesn't have anything planned, we don't have to fill it.
Yeah.
It just gets an X. It's full with absolutely nothing. And if that means a nap, if it means hunting, if it means cleaning or cooking or watching a show or whatever it is.
Cutting wood.
Yeah. So, but that comes like to be prepared. So like right now, like this was the other thing we kind of talked about today, is to have the calm, to find the peace. Being prepared for what's coming helps maintain that peace.
It does, yeah. Like even you have said, because you've split a lot of wood this summer, and it brings you peace knowing that we have that built up for the winter. And then you moved all this wood close to the back door so we can actually get to it in the winter months. And you're like, that just makes me feel so good to know that we have that ability to do that. And so that takes summer of taking the time to do wood splitting. And then it brings you peace. Winter's coming. Yeah.
It's a great picture of that.
Yeah.
To have that, even going into like thinking about your schedule and the busyness of the holidays and the stress that comes with it. Well, what can you do to balance that out? You know, don't let your entire life be on autopilot. We talk about it in marriage, but if you just let whatever's going to happen is going to happen. And for some people, they love living in that world and they take it all in stride and it doesn't bother them. But there's other people, more like me, where I like to have a plan. I can be flexible within a plan, but I like to have some kind of a plan. And so I don't want to just be out of control. When I get that feeling, it affects a lot of areas of my life, right? Like who I am. When there's not and you have to deal with that a lot with me, is like, what's the plan? Oh, I'm not sure. 5 minutes later, okay, so how about now? Like, what's the plan? When they coming? Who's coming? How many are coming? What are we doing? Where are we going? What time do we have to be there? When are we leaving? Like, what about parking? I mean, there's so many things that I just want to plan.
Yeah, my family's a little less structured because a lot of our lives were just trying to get through the day, and so there wasn't a lot of structure. So we have less what's the plan statements in our world. So it's been a blending of a family. You've given a lot. We've tried to do better. But yeah.
It just affects, and it's a personal thing, you know. At work, I like to, you know, have T's crossed and I's dotted, and what's the plan and what's the flow, and
that's so good.
It's finding the balance of that.
In the position that you're in, that gives direction and clarity to people that are working with you.
Yes.
You're casting the vision, and then to know that, to not just not be a free-for-all, because then nobody knows which direction to go. When you're trying to move a mob or even a train, you need to give direction, and that's a great great character quality. As you leading, you cast a vision, you help a standpoint. It's like, what's the purpose? Why are we doing this? It's very good. It's comforting to have a leader at the front showing where the amoeba should go.
Yeah.
Well,
but you show it like I'll show it, and I know this is true. Like, I'm not looking for anything. I'll show it, and then I'll show it, and then I'll say it, and then I'll write it, and then we'll talk about it, and then we'll meet about it, and then so I understand what you're saying. That's very nice of you, but I also know there's a balance in there of, you know, like, mentally, what's the plan? I find peace when I feel like there's a plan.
Yeah, but
being prepared.
It's
you
good.
know?
It's good because you give direction. You can say it 5 times, and the 5th time, someone will go, "Oh, that's what you meant." Because we've said this so many times over the years. The most dangerous thing about communication is the illusion that it has taken place.
Yeah.
And so when you're leading a large group of people, especially squirrely people,
distracted people,
yeah. It's good.
Silly people.
To reiterate the plan and the goal and the vision. It's good. You do a great job.
Yeah. It wasn't a personal slam or anything. It's just a reality of the picture of it.
Yeah.
Alice, what were you going to say?
Well, I was going to say, I always view my position at the church as, what can I do to help you guys? Because you guys have so much on your plate. What can I do to make your plate easier? And so when you cast a vision,
cookies.
Bacon.
Bacon.
Bacon cookies.
Ice cream.
Ice cream.
Okay, I'm sorry. Continue.
Ice cream. You said ice.
You talked about making our plate easier.
Yeah.
Cookies.
No, but when you cast your vision, it makes my job easier because I know where you're heading to, and so I can start making your life easier because I know where you're wanting to go.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah.
Yeah, and that makes sense. I think we got a little off topic here, but yeah, and I appreciate that. I think that for me, it's the idea of, okay, so if we're in pursuit of calm and we're in pursuit of peace, what does it look like for you when we think about being prepared for what's coming? You know, the more prepared we are, the less afraid we have to be about something.
Oh, that's so true.
The less stress we have to be, you know. And so that's where, okay, this is what's coming. We're even from a relationship standpoint. You know, we always do this prior to our Easter week stuff, because at our church, it's a crazy time for that week or 2 weeks prior to Easter. And so we prepare emotionally and spiritually and physically. We prepare for that period of time, even as a couple, knowing, hey, like, we're going now. Like once a certain day hits, almost every single thing is focused on those services through those 8 days or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And so you prepare, and now I don't have to worry about where we're at because it is like we're prepared for this. Like we talked about this. We both know this is going to be something, and we're just on board with it.
Yeah.
So it's being prepared.
Being prepared socially too. We don't plan things other than
Right.
those services. They're all consuming. It's
Yeah.
like 9 days of 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
With a little bit of sleep.
Yeah.
So it's 9 full days, and we prepare socially too. We don't put extra stuff on the calendar, and
Right.
yeah.
And everybody, so that's our profession, where for us in the church, that's busy time. But
Right.
everybody has these different times where your life is just out of control busy.
Right.
But the more we can be prepared for it and be aware of what's coming so that it's not like, oh, I wasn't ready. Oh, I didn't see that come. Oh,
Yeah.
you're just constantly being bombarded with something.
Yeah.
When you're ready for it, you can either navigate it with intentionality to say, okay, there's like that socially. Okay, this is going to be busy because of this. That means we are going to take this out for that week or that month or that quarter or whatever it is. Again, it's just it's fighting for that peace and fighting for that calm even amidst the storm,
Right. Yeah, because we do well those weeks.
Yeah, we do.
It's not like we are running from morning to night, but there is the constant thought in the head. There is a lot of work, and it's every day.
Yeah.
There are
yeah.
no days off. And so it's good. It's good. But because we know that, we take other stuff off the
Yeah.
off
And
the
I think
table.
we had to learn.
We did learn.
Yeah. There was a couple tough years where it's like, this is ridiculous. But now all of a sudden, when you find the balance and you
Yeah.
prepare for it, hey, this is okay now this time.
Right.
And so we do, and we even prepare our families for it. People that are a little they're in our circle, but they're not involved in that stuff. Well, we let them know this is what we're doing now. This is why this looks a little different for these 2 weeks or something.
Right.
So it's just being intentional. It's preparing, and the more you're prepared and you're thinking as much as you can, because every day brings new challenges for everybody and different things.
It does, yeah.
As much as you can, you just kind of look at it and say, okay, what am I going to do now? And with the holidays coming up, I think it's a great reminder, well, let's not suffer through. Like my mindset's like, wait a minute, I want to change my mindset. I want to enjoy the holiday. I want to look forward to Thanksgiving and maybe smoking a turkey. And I want to look forward to Christmas. And I want to look forward to, I can't wait for that Easter week.
Yeah.
Instead of looking at it like, oh, here we go. Like to change the mindset and say, wait a minute.
Yeah.
We're going to navigate this in a way. We're going to be prepared. And yeah, it gets a little bit busier, but I get to plow snow. Do you know how fun it is? Like, I can't wait to plow snow. And it just is great. And so to have a different mindset, but to have that mindset, because I'm going to have the four-wheeler ready with the plow on it. I'm going to make sure the snow blower is working. We're going to be prepared for the winter and the cold. I mean, now I can't wait for it because I'm preparing for it.
Right.
Does any of this make sense, you think?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
To kind of think about keeping the calm and keeping the peace. And one of the many ways you can do that is just, let's just be prepared for it. Set aside that time, like Alice and Jason are going to be doing. When Easter week comes around for us, we prepare for it. So it doesn't derail us, but we can embrace it and enjoy it because there can still be peace and calm amidst the chaos of the world.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's good.
Yeah. So I want to encourage you today, if you're looking at some chaos, you're looking at some storms in life, know that you can do something about it in a lot of cases, and you can just make the necessary adjustments and say, hey, wait a minute, I'm not going to lose my peace, I'm not going to lose my calm. I'm going to make the adjustments. I'm going to be as prepared as I can be moving forward. Thank you guys all so much for listening today. I hope you have a great day. God bless you.
Bye for now.
Goodbye.
Thanks for joining In Pursuit with Pastor Bill and me, Denise. We hope you will tune in next Thursday at noon as the pursuit continues. In Pursuit is a production of WAJC, Your Life Radio, on 88.1 and 91.7 FM. WAJC is owned and operated by Maranatha Assembly of God in Forest Lake, Minnesota. The opinions expressed here are not necessarily those of the owner.